think it's starting now in a few seconds. So good morning to you, our viewers, witnesses. This is your news network, ZimI, and we are greeting you early this morning on Saturday. It's 5 a.m. Type in the comment box right there and let us know what time it is, where you are, and where exactly it is you are logging in from. Our viewers, readers, and listeners, early this morning, we have the Sadc Summit. This is the summit of heads of states that are meeting. This is an extraordinary summit, by the way. I'm going to have our legal expert here to correct me where I may go wrong, because I am a novice. Good morning to you, Advocate Masiye.
Good morning, Simba. How are you?
I know it must be evening time where you are, right?
Yes, it's early morning, actually.
Oh, dear. Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, over here it's just 5:28 a.m. and I think in Zimbabwe it is 7:28. So, because Zimbabwe vakutora one as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Advocate Masiye, today is the highly hyped, extraordinary summit that ZANU-PF has spent acres of time over the last night accusing you, Advocate Masiye, and numerous other members of the civil society of hyping because you want to smuggle the Zimbabwe topic into discussion. And that's what they're saying. What is happening today? Guide us through, please.
Yes, you rightly said today is the day that the Sadc Summit head of states are meeting in Angola to discuss various issues affecting the Sadc region. And one of the issues that are on the agenda, the Zimbabwe elections that which happened in August, and the Sadc report, which was produced by the electoral mission, the SEOM, led by by the good doctor. And as you know, the Sadc report clearly stated that the Zimbabwean elections did not meet, the basic principles of democracy, which alluded to in the Sadc guidelines. So pretty much Zimbabwe is on the agenda, and we expect heads of states to deliberate on that report by itself, and also find a way forward in the resolution towards this issue that is bedeviling people in Zimbabwe.
Right, but then, Advocate, when I listen to the official government, okay, announcement, I mean, because you're not connected to the government, are you, Advocate? And you're not a state party, you're not a participant either to the goings on inside the summit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing right now from the government publications, the government of Zimbabwe publications,
Mm-hmm.
and they're saying this extraordinary summit is about the upheavals in the DRC, the chaos in a region in the DRC. How on earth are you bringing this? And how do you also answer to the allegation that you are fronting a Nelson Chamisa agenda? I'm sure you must have seen that report from last night that says this is influence from the CCC trying to bring Zimbabwe into a discussion today.
Well,
I think the question is,
yeah,
how do you separate yourself? Yeah, how do you separate yourself? Because yeah,
yeah.
and yeah, thank you.
Okay, yeah. Simba, as you know, Zimbabwe runs a propaganda machine through the ZBC and the Herald. So they say whatever they want to say. in terms of what is going to transpire, today at the SADC summit, because they have got the mouthpiece that they can, say whatever they want to say, and probably in their own imagination, not, think that people are pretty much aware of what's happening within the region and what's happening in SADC. Here it is. Look at this symbol. SADC observers came to Zimbabwe to observe the elections, and what they observed, they did not like. And a preliminary report was produced, which talked about inadequacies in the whole electoral process, and a final report was also produced, which pretty much agreed with the preliminary report. And here's the thing, man. SADC is meeting. All heads of states are meeting, and an organ of SADC actually produced the report that is adverse to one member state. In terms of the electoral processes, and for SADC to meet and then ignore their own report, pretty much does not make sense, even to an ordinary person who probably will be told that SADC is not going to talk about problems that are within its own, backyard. So, just talking as a lay, looking at it as a lay person, if someone comes and says, "Well, Zimbabwe is not going to be on the agenda," or Zimbabwe is not going to be discussed in today's summit, then it's pretty much, something that does not make sense at all. Zimbabwe is going to be on the agenda, and or it's, at least the elections that happened in August are going to be talked about. And also the report by the by the electoral observer mission is going to be deliberated upon, and that has been said through the what we are hearing in the corridors of SADC. So to me, anyone who comes and says, you guys are fronting a political party or triple C agenda and so forth, I think that is like losing the point. Triple C is a political party, and it's pretty much also interested in what's going to happen today at the summit, and it also has got the right to also push Zimbabwe to be on the agenda, so that the political crisis that is happening in Zimbabwe can be resolved. As you know, right now, Zimbabwe is at the verge of a constitutional crisis. The parliament is being attacked left, right, and center. The elections, we saw what happened in August, where pretty much millions of people were disenfranchised in voting for the candidate of their choice. And also some of the things that happened even before the elections, where we saw members of parliament first being removed, or from contesting. Then the case was taken to court. All those issues that the preliminary report, the final report, the SADC report, actually talked about happened. So all those things actually move towards a situation where the country is at the verge of a breakdown in the rule of law. Or if not, actually, rule of law is actually broken down because of the right to universal suffrage, which is the right to vote, which was attacked by the current regime in Zimbabwe, and all these things have to be talked about by SADC. Otherwise, SADC will be just breeding a serious crisis than the crisis that ZANU-PF or the government wants to put on the agenda, which is DRC. We might pretty much see a crisis that is similar if all these issues are not dealt with, or even nipped at the bud and dealt with by SADC.
Right. Thank you very much, Advocate. I am tempted. I was being tempted there to ask you the last question, but I'm just thinking I need to let you to rest so that we can maybe come back later. And what I'm going to ask you when we get to reconvene is, what can Zimbabweans obtain from this summit here? Seeing that the last meeting, there were congratulatory messages that were announced in salutations by the SADC chair, and this was in what people felt was an abrogation of duty. They felt, look, everything is now shattered, all hopes are now shattered. So I think that is going to be the main question when you wake up.
Okay.
Wow, thank you very much. Our viewers, witnesses, this is our brief early this morning, and we have in the studio Advocate Masiye. He's a legal expert. He's also Itime Zamara's solicitor. Itai Zamara, the missing activist and journalist, and he is analyzing with us the events that are unraveling in Luanda, Angola. We're going to be giving you live coverage from the ground today in Angola, what is happening on the ground, and do connect with us. Jump on your news network, Zimai. Advocate Masiye, thank you very much, and I look forward to connecting with you ASAP.
All right, thanks, Zima. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
This is Zimbabwe Media, broadcasting all around the world, on the spot, on the dot.
Do connect with us, our viewers, witnesses, today as we give you live coverage on the ground in Luanda, Angola. What is happening here yonder, where the Sadc Extraordinary Summit is being held. This is your news network, ZimI. And by the way, don't forget to press the bell, because when we go live, we won't announce. It will just be like that. Thank you. By the way, also don't forget to type in the comment box what you expect the Sadc Extraordinary Summit to achieve, vis-a-vis what has happened in the past. Every time in the past where a Sadc heads of a summit has, like this one here has happened here, statements and declarations have had to be announced, and today what people are also fearing on the other side is what could be, and what Emerson Mnangagwa's party, ZANU-PF, has threatened before. There have been threats, I mean, literally live threats here, where ZANU-PF has threatened to kill people. ZANU-PF members have threatened to kill people over the Sadc summit, any summit that is working to critique Mr. Emerson Mnangagwa. So, as they say, right, ma sports ajo na ndofunga akuda kutoputika. Right, good morning.